Hello guys, welcome to MTG Ownage. Today we're going to be reviewing what's winning the standard tournaments as of October 27th. So this is something I like to look at every once in a while just to figure out the meta and see how all the cards are doing, all that sort of thing. And it looks like from a very recent tournament, and we'll go over the last couple of days of tournaments I think here just real quick and just see what decks are out there. We still have Demir Control, Cruel Adventures, and Grixis Control. Wait. This is called Grixis Control, but I don't see any blue there, so we'll take a look at that. And here's some other decks that are in here. These got 3 and 1. These are 4 and 0. We got Whir, White, Blue, Red, and a lot of Cruel Adventures up here. Adventures is very strong. Okay, and let's just go down and look at this one. This is Monday Night Magic. Azurius Blink is up here. We got some Rakdos mid-range, another Demir Control. And we'll go back a day or two. Mono Green Aggro, Mono Red Aggro. I'm liking this variety. Seeing a variety of decks is nice, as long as it's not all the same thing. That's all you can ask for in standard. Alright, here we go. We see Cruel Adventures. There's a Mono Black deck. We might take a look at that. Demir Control. So a lot of Cruel Adventures, Rakdos mid-range, Demir Control, Mono Red Aggro, Mono Green Aggro. And here we have a Mono Blue deck. Oh, I'm curious to see that. Some more Cruel Adventures. So this is from 10/26. We're going back a day now. There's Mono Green Food, Azurius Blink. There's a Demir, Rakdos, and a white black green deck there. Okay, I think that's far enough. We'll just look at these last 2 days. And boy, do we have a lot of decks we can flip through. I'm really just going to pick some certain ones. So what are people running? I'm going to go through this one for now. What's the Rakdos mid-range look like right now? Let's take a look here. Use my hotkeys. Okay, so it looks like they're running 4 Croxes, 4 Mire Tritons, 4 Robber the Rich, 4 Bone Crusher Giants, 2 Murderous Riders, 2 Ox of Agnos, 2 Liliana, Waker of the Deads, and for spells we have 4 Blood Chief's Thirst, 2 Agonize Remorse, 4 Shatter Skull Smashing, 4 Palaka Predation, interesting, 2 Hagra Mauling, and 4 Tiramit Calls the Dead. Lands, we have Fabled Passage, 4 of them, 5 Mountains, 5 Swamps, 4 Temples of Malice. In the sideboard, we got Cling to Dust, Agonizing Remorse, Eliminate, Shredded Sails, Phoenix of Ash, Soul Shatter, another Liliana, and another Ox. So real quick, let's just hypothesize about this deck a little bit. As you can see, what it does is it dumps stuff into the yard with Tiramit Calls the Dead and Mire Triton, and gets rid of its hand really pretty quickly. And obviously we're going to be reanimating Croxa and playing him every chance. And we're also just going to be annihilating our opponent's hand. Anything they play early is going to get destroyed by this Blood Chief's Thirst. And if it goes in a late game and we draw this Palaka Predation, we can get rid of the big stuff, more removal. So just a lot of removal and aggro and some taking advantage of the graveyard. Oh, well, the Ox will end up in the graveyard too, so we can get him back. So this looks like a deck that won't run out of steam. Of course, Robber the Rich swing is going to keep the steam going too. And Bone Crusher Giant is always nice. So it looks like a pretty strong deck. I can see why this one would win. Alright, let's take a look at some other ones. Let's look at this Demir deck here. I don't know, it doesn't say Demir Rogues or Demir Control, so what is it? Okay, this is some kind of special deck. 2 Brazen Borrowers, 1 Zareth Sand, the Trickster, 1 Lochmere Serpent. Okay, so yeah, we're seeing a lot of spells, only a few creatures. There's 1 Ugin copy in here, 4 Blood Chief's Thirst, 1 Cling to Dust, main deck, 2 Drown in the Lock, Eliminate, Essence Scatters, 3 of them, 3 Heartless Act, Negates, Neutralize, Hagra Mauling, Reign of Revelation, Rewind, Shadow's Verdict. Oh, this is a new card. I haven't really seen anybody play this. Oh, it's a big exile for everything small. Seagate Restoration. 3 Mazemind Tomes. This card is really good, this Mazemind Tome. I really like it. And a couple Shark Typhoons and 24 lands. 25 including the Seagate's Restoration. Yeah, and there's the Crawling Barrens. This card ends games too. Nothing else super exciting. Dismal Backwater. We're seeing this played main deck. In the sideboard, we got some Duress, Glimpse of Freedom, Cling to Dust, Negate, Brazen Borrower, Elspeth's Nightmare, Mystical Dispute, Ashiok, Nightmare Muse, another Shadow's Verdict, and a Shark Typhoon. It's a pretty interesting deck. It's definitely just a control deck. Looks like it could handle just about anything. Let's close that. Let's check out this Azurius deck here. See what's being played in this deck. We got Yorion as the companion, so it's a 40 card deck. Oh, we got 4 Glasspool Mimics, really nice. 4 Skyclave Apparition. This guy's been played everywhere. He's even been played all the way back to Legacy. So this is a card that's changing the format some. Any permanent. This is 4 Solemn Simulacrums, another 3 Yorions main deck, 4 Dream Trawlers. This card is so good. This hits the board. It's Chi-Chi. I hate this card. I hate playing against this card so much. Essence Scatters, Neutralize, Thirst for Meaning, Shatter the Sky, 4 Amiria's Call, 1 Seagate, 4 Glass Caskets main deck, 4 Mazemind Tomes main deck, and a bunch of enchantments, Omen of the Sea, Birth of Meletis, 3 Elspeths, 1 Shark Typhoon, and 27 lands, plus all these for lands too, but it is a 40 card deck, so need a little more lands. Playing Roggen Triome, no red in the deck, but still have this land, cycling land, still pretty good. Sideboard, we got Soul Guide, Lantern, Glimpse of Freedom, Heliod's Intervention, Mystical Dispute, Shadow the Sky, and more Shark Typhoons. I'm not seeing anybody running 4 Shark Typhoons. It seems like 1 or 2 main deck, and then sometimes in the sideboard, which is pretty interesting. Super control deck there. Let's see what we got here. I can never remember this color name. This guy's running a Chainweb Arachneer main deck, Soul Simulacrum, just a few creatures, only 3 creatures in the whole deck, and then a bunch of Planeswalkers, 4 Ugins, 4 Garooks. So this is going to be some kind of ramp, I'm guessing. Yeah, 4 Birth Meletis, 4 with Wolf Willow Havens, interesting. 4 Elspeth Conquers Death, 4 Mazemind Tombs. Oh, we got a pair of Ondu Invasions, pair of Miria's Call, bunch of Shatter the Skies, bunch of Cultivates, and a bunch of Balagate Recoveries. So this is just ramp, reset the board. Just ramp and reset the board until you get your big Planeswalkers. Pretty interesting. We got some of these flip lands being played here. Branch Loft, Bright Climb, Pathway. 4 Swamp Plains. We're not seeing any Fabled Passages here. And I imagine that's because we've always got Birth of Meletis. And why wouldn't he be playing Fabled Passage? He doesn't really need things in the graveyard except for the Chainweb potentially for that escape. But one of the great things about Fabled Passage is it gets cards in your yard. Alright, so in the sideboard we got 4 Tormod's Crypts, more Chainweb Arachneers. So this Chainweb and Arachneer, I'm guessing is really good against rogues, the Rogue Mill deck. Yeah, it's gotta be. Alright, Heliod's Interventions, Pacifisms, Return to Nature, and Cragplate Baloth. Interesting sideboard card. Probably against those slower control decks, you ramp up, get him out, and boom. Okay, well that's a deck I haven't really seen on the arena. Let's check out another Rakdos deck, see if there's anything new here really. This is pretty different. They're running 4 Ugins here, and they're not really running any ramp. Oh, they're running Ironcrag Feet. 3 Ironcrag Feats, probably to get the Ugin out quickly, or maybe cast a big Shatter Skull. Other than that, oh, we're seeing Memory Lake, Valakut Awakening, Extinction Event, 4 Scorching Dragonfires, 4 Spike Field Hazards, 4 Ugins, 2 Oxys, 4 Solemn Simulacrums, 4 Bone Crushers, 4 Mazemind Tomes. We're seeing a lot of Mazemind Tomes. This card, surprisingly good. Get them while they're cheap. Good in every deck. 4 Crawling Barrens, interesting. So this is like a ramp Rakdos deck, which is something different. And in the sideboard we got Duress, Soul Guide, Lantern, 4 Agonizing Remorse, Croxa, Thunder and Rebuke, and Ox of Agnes. So those must be going in against Mill. Alright, very cool. And here we have another Demir deck. Once again, not a rogue deck. Only 3 creatures: Brazen Borrower, Murderous Rider, and a Lochmere Serpent. And then Ashiok's bunch of spells: Bloodchief's Thirst, Cling to Dust, Drown the Loch, Eliminate. Into the Royal, Jari Disruption. First I've seen that. That's pretty cool. Thassa's Intervention. Neutralize, bunch of extinction events. Hagra Mauling, Rewind. 4 Maze Mind Tomes again. 4 Shark Typhoons. And 25 lands, including some of the castles. Fabled Passage, Zagoth, even though they don't have green. So we're seeing these cycling lands played a lot, even with 2 of the colors. I kind of expected that, and that's one of the reasons I think they're going to continue to go up. Pretty cool. On the sideboard, we just got more removal. Midnight Clock on the sideboard. Huh. Alright. And another Ugin in the sideboard. Well, the only Ugin. There's no Ugin's main deck. Let's check out Azurius Blink. What are we seeing here? We got Yorion, Charming Prince, 4 of them. Yorion the companion there. And we got Baron, 3 Baron, Tolarian Archmage, 4 Skyclave Apparitions, 4 Solemn Simulacrum. So really interesting thing about flickering the Skyclave is, sure, they get a little plain old spirit, whatever, 2/2, 3/3. Not a big deal, doesn't have any abilities. But you once again get to exile one of their permanents. So flickering this guy is pretty strong, I think. You got Thassa, Solemn Simulacrum, another great flicker target. More Yorions, 3 Dream Trawlers, a bunch of Amarius Call. We're seeing this played a lot, this Amarius Call. And we got 4 Glass Caskets main deck, 4 Maze Mind Tomes, Omen of the Sea, Birth of Meletis, Omen of the Sun, 4 of them, 4 Elspeth Conquers, and 30 lands. 34, including this. It's an 80 card deck, though. And in the sideboard, we got 1 Giant Killer, Essence Scatter, Mystical Disputes Neutralize, Whirlwind Denial, 4 Shadow of the Sky, and another Dream Trawler. Alright, let's check out this mono green food, see what we're working with here. 4 Gilded Goose, 4 Tangled Florhedron, 4 Kazandu Mammoths, 4 Lovestruck Beast, 1 Yorvo, 1 Gemrazor, 4 Wicked Wolves, 4 Feasting Troll Kings, 1 Vivian, 4 Primal Mites, 2 Great Henges, 4 Trail of Crumbs, 4 First Ironian Games, 15 Forests, 4 Castle Garenbriggs. In the sideboard, we got Chain Web, Run Afoul. I haven't seen anyone play that yet, but yeah, that could be really good. Drowsing Pteranodon. Why would you run this? Let's see, what does this do? I haven't even seen this. Defender, 3/3 for 2. Can't attack unless you have a creature with power 4 or greater. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that could be good in certain situations. I'm trying to imagine a situation where you would sideboard 4 of these in. I'm having a hard time thinking of it, but there's got to be some reason. Maybe they put them in for the 4 Primal Mites if they're going against a deck that has no creatures or something. Maybe, because Primal Mite doesn't do much if there's nothing to target with it. Sorcerer's Spyglass to shut off probably Planeswalkers. 1 more Gemrazor, 2 Ugins. Pretty interesting. So that was all of that. Let's take a look at a few more decks. We didn't see Gruul Adventures here, so let's look at some of these Gruul Adventures decks. 4 Edgewall Innkeepers, 4 Brushfire Elementals, 3 Scavenging Ooze, 4 Bone Crusher, 4 Kazandu Mammoths, 4 Lovestruck, 4 Questing Beast. Not a whole lot of adventure there. I mean, there's Bone Crusher and Lovestruck Beast, basically, and then the Edgewall Innkeeper. But he only profits off the Bone Crusher and Lovestruck, so that's sort of interesting. 2 Primal Mites, 2 Scorching Dragonfire, 4 Shatter Skulls, Smashing, 3 Embercleave, 2 Great Henge. And then we got a bunch of lands, 22 lands, Pathways, Evolving Wilds, Fabled Passage and Evolving Wilds. Very interesting. I guess they would really want to get the lands out of the deck. In the sideboard, we got the Shield Breaker for artifact removal. We got some Exile with Scorching Dragonfire, Colossus, Garruk Unleashed, A Crow in War, Ox Vagnus, and Vivian. Huh. Not what I expected to see when I pulled up that deck list. Let's check out this other one. Another very similar deck. Yeah, this is very similar, almost the same deck. Let's check out this mono blue deck. Okay, let's see what we got here. Mono blue, 4 Corridor Monitors, 4 Thassa's Oracles, 4 Gatwick the Wizened, 2 Glasspool Mimics, 4 Arcanist Owl, 4 Opt, 3 Sublime Epiphany, 4 Seagate Restoration, 4 Nyx Lotus. The Corridor Monitor with Nyx Lotus, yeah, okay. Mystic Subdual, 4 of them. 4 Omen of the Sea, and only 19 lands. Why only 19 lands? I guess they do have these 3 lands, so actually it's like 23 lands plus 4 Nyx Lotuses and a lot of cheap stuff. A lot of early draw with like Opt and Omen of the Sea, so they can dig for lands. Huh. There's like no counters in here. I expected to see some sort of counters, but it's not. So what do? You get out Nyx Lotus, you cast a big Gadwick, draw a ton of cards. Thassa's Oracle. Drop some corridor monitors. Mimic them if you need to just keep untapping Nyx Lotus. Arcanist Owl makes your Nyx Lotus tap for 4 more. If you cast Seagate, you draw a ton of cards, no maximum hand size. So I guess you just win with Thassa's Oracle. What it seems like here. I haven't played against this deck. Okay, sideboard, we got some Stern Dismissals, Negate, Baron Tolarian Archmage, 3 Brazen Borrowers, Mystical Dispute, Thassa Deep Dwelling, and Shark Typhoon. Very interesting. Let's check out this Rakdos midrange. I think we've already seen basically this deck, but they're running Wrinkle in theirs. Seen a lot of people running this Palaka Predation. It might be better than I thought. Okay, nothing super new there, just kind of another version. Here's another Azurius deck. Let's see what they're running. Another Yorion deck, of course. And looks like it's about the same. Glasspool, Skyclave Apparition, Solemn Simulacrum, Dream Trawlers, and Glimpse of Freedom, Essence Scatter, Negate, Mystical Dispute, Shadow of the Sky, Myria's Calls, 4 of them. Seems like people run a lot of this 4 of Myria's Call. Glass Casket, 4 Maze Mind Tomes, Omen of the Sea, Birth Meletis, Elspeth Conquers, and of course Crawling Barrens with the 27 lands there. So that's pretty similar to the last one. Let's flip through here, see if we can find anything new. Okay, we haven't really seen a mono black deck. Let's take a look at this mono black deck and see what we're rocking here. 4 Archfiend Vessels, 4 Acquisitions Expert, 3 Fiend Artisan, 1 Null Priest of Oblivion, 1 Skyclave Shade, 4 Ayara, First of Locthwain, 3 Luris, main deck, not as a companion, just main deck, 3 Nightmare Shepherds, 2 Rankles, and 3 Great Merchants. We're running 1 Blood Chief's Thirst, 4 Malakir Rebirth. Why would you run this? Okay, let's think about this. Oh, you sack with a Yara, use this. And if one of these is dying, you can use the Malakir Rebirth on it, you get a 5/5 demon. Yeah, just a lot of, anytime something's getting sacked or killed, you can make it come right back. And there's some big triggers with that, like the Grey Merchant, Nightmare Shepherd with Grey Merchant, a Yara with this Malakir Rebirth and Grey Merchant. Okay, I see what's going on here. And also Village Rites, 1 Heartless Act, 4 Agadeem's Awakening. And we're running 19 lands plus the Agadeem's Awakening and Malakir Rebirth though, so plenty of lands. Blood Chief's Thirst in the sideboard, Dead Weight in the sideboard, Duress, Heartless Act, another Null Priest, more Skyclave, Tamarit, Chosen from the Dead in the sideboard, Elspeth's Nightmare, and Witch's Vengeance. That looks like a pretty cool deck. Alright, I think we've seen most of these other ones. There's probably some other versions of them. Let's take a look at this mono red aggro. Okay, mono red aggro, 4 Akum Hellhounds, 4 Fervent Champions, 2 Kargan Intimidators, 4 Rimrock Knights, 4 Robber the Rich, 4 Anax Hardened in the Forge, 4 Bone Crusher Giants, 3 Phoenix of Ash, and 2 Torbrands. Then we're running some Shocks, Shatter Skull Smashing, 4 Embercleaves, 19 lands, and the 4 Shatter Skulls, so plenty of lands, about 23 total. And in the sideboard we got Red Cap, Melee, Roiling Vortex, Scorching Dragonfire, Phoenix of Ash, Soul Seer, and Ox. Pretty cool. I like it. Alright, let's check this mono green. It might be different than the other one. Yeah, this is much different. We're running 4 Stone Coil Serpents, 4 Swarm Shamblers, 2 Fiend Arzens, 4 Scavenging Oozes, 4 Garruk's Harbinger, 4 Kazandu Mammoths. We're seeing a lot of this Kazandu Mammoth. 4 Lovestruck Beast, 2 Questing Beast, 4 Primal Mites, a Ranger's Guile, 2 Ram Throughs, Turn Timber Symbios, and 3 Great Henges. 20 lands, but we got the Kanzu Mammoth and Symbios, so plenty of land still. A runnable 1 Bonder's Enclave. And the sideboard is what you would expect: the Chain Web, the Run Afoul, some Artifact Enchantment, Hate, and Ocam Adversary. Very interesting, I guess, for those black decks. Or, I don't know, maybe it's against green. I don't know why I said black. He's cheaper if your opponent controls a green creature or something, so probably pretty good against Gruul and other mono green. And some Vivians. Okay, well, I think we've seen most of these. There might be some different variations, but hey, we're going on 21 minutes. This video's been pretty long. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you've learned some about the current standard and what decks are seeing play right now. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm doing a giveaway at 100 subs. Time's running out though. I'm not gonna wait a year for 100 subs. It's got to be real soon for me to give this giveaway, and it's big. It's a huge value. You're gonna love it. All you got to do is be a sub and leave a comment when I announce that the giveaway is happening, and boom, you're in the running. I'll do a live stream, and we'll see who wins. All right, peace out, you guys. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves out there. Keep collecting, and sell me all your cool cards. Thanks. Bye.